All right, cool. So next up, let's talk about what we're lacking right now and potentially who we could buy in the summer. Because if we win the Prem, I would like to do it again. And I think we've got to buy an attacker that can play alongside Gyökeres if we're doing a 4-4-2.
I like it.
And it needs to be a prolific scorer. So for me, I've been on market transfer looking at who are the top scorers in Europe. And I think we need to look along those lines. And top 10, we need to pick one of those guys and buy and spend a bit of money so that we know that up front we're covered for the new season. And when we start, we're guns blazing, we're scoring goals galore.
Love it.
Okay. So who do we bring in? If we were to get an attacker, and this is literally to just prolifically score goals, because I think we need someone like a Haaland in the team that's just week in, week out, they're scoring. Who do we bring in?
Can I give a name?
Please.
I think that we should be interested in the likes of Vinicius Jr.
Oh,
Now,
very
hear me out on this.
very controversial. Do you like Vinicius Jr.?
I love that he's unapologetically here.
Good.
And you know what? I think that we are...
That's what I'm all about.
Yeah, 100%. And I think that we're a club that can platform him.
Yeah.
Like, if we roll back to considering, like, where our position is in English football, right?
Yeah.
And you think of the face of Arsenal right now, our boy Saka.
All right. But do we always have to bring, like, a big name to Arsenal? Because we've always been known as the club that kind of brings in the kind of, lesser famous players and then build them up and they become like superstars and then we sell on. We've done that with Henry, and he wasn't a star when he came, but when he arrived at Arsenal, he done the best he's ever done in his life, in his career. So do we always need a big name?
I think that football is cyclical. And I think that if you consider when we signed Henry, right? So when was that? Like around about 97. That was a time when we were trying to reach the top of the game, right? Granted, we haven't won anything yet, but you could argue that Arsenal have been playing at the top of certainly English and European football for about 2-3 years now. So I think that when you're looking at signers like Declan Rice, we're in a position now where to raise the ceiling, you have to be buying those types of players.
Yeah.
We don't really want to be buying anyone in kind of middle of the road where it's someone where, okay, maybe there's a sensible case to sell the likes of Martinelli and Jesus.
Okay.
I think both of them should probably leave. I think with Jesus, I certainly think that the injury issues he's had, the amount he's on in terms of his salary, I think he's one of the highest paid players at the club. So I would certainly look to sell both of those guys.